everybody, and welcome to the Swiss Cruise Chat. I'm Kathleen Penner, owner of Plenty of Sunshine Travel, and today I'm joined by Patricia. And Patricia is from Explora Journeys, and I have met with Amy a few times for Explora Journeys. So if you want to go back and look at that playlist, by all means do that, but don't do it until after you watch this one because there's some really exciting entertainment type things we're going to be discussing. So over to you.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here and very excited to talk about Explora Journeys. Hopefully my passion radiates through this video because I absolutely adore and love this brand. I will take some time to refresh a little bit on the topics that we've talked about already, but today's focus is really around our entertainment and how we're really coming at it from a different way. So to really get into Explora, we are brand new. We're not in the water yet. We'll be in the water next summer. And the idea behind us is that we're creating and launching a distinctive European luxury and lifestyle ocean experience for the discerning traveler. So how Explora came to be is we did research. We spent 4 months. We partnered with McKinsey Consulting, and we researched with ocean travelers as well as land lovers and said, what do you love about traveling? What do you want to see more of? What do you want less of? What are you not getting right now that you'd like to see? And from all of that comprehensive research, that's how Explora came to be. So that's why I absolutely love this brand, is we didn't just come out with a brand because we felt we should. It's really because there is a consumer ask for it. They're saying to us, this is what we're not getting right now. We'd love to see it. And so is born Explora.
Beautiful.
So, the real whole concept behind us is, we don't think of ourselves as a cruise line, but rather a creator of journeys, hence why it's Explora Journeys. So we're introducing to you a true ocean escape, a little bit different than what you've seen before. So as I go through, you'll pick up on why I'm saying we're different. I'm not just saying it. There's actually some key points here. So if you look at the image that's in front of you right now, we're offering you a true resort at sea. So where the address of our hotel or resort is the ocean, right? And the ports of call are along our journey. So that's the whole idea behind it. So, when you look at this image, you automatically would recognize, hey, this is a little bit different. I haven't seen this before. And a few things that we're doing differently, we will have a true general manager on board. We will not have a cruise director. And the reason for that is we don't want to direct anybody anywhere. We want you to be able to explore on your own and get pulled into the different areas that suit your needs at that given moment in time or that specific day. We won't have formal nights. We heard this from our consumer research. Guests don't want to dress up. They're on vacation. They want to relax. So we're offering a little bit more of a cosmopolitan, elegant, but relaxed feel. So no bow ties or nothing like that, but definitely, maybe more resort casual, country club casual feel to it. And we're a brand with personality. So even the language that we use, we embrace hotel industry terminology like suites and terraces, and we'll have hosts on board versus crew members. So just looking at things a little bit differently and offering something unique. So starting off with, a refresh on our homes at sea. So we call them our homes at sea because they are very large with some unrivaled space and privacy beginning at 377 square feet. So the largest lead-in category. Beautiful. All of our suites are oceanfront. There are 461 ocean terraces, residences, and penthouses that you will find on board with us. Once you arrive at your home at sea, your luggage will be delivered. You will find a beautiful chilled bottle of champagne. If you're in an ocean terrace suite, it'll be a bottle of Veuve Clicquot, right up to Dom Perignon if you're in one of our top suite categories. Not a terrible way to start, right?
There you go. Beautiful.
Sounds great to me. We do
nice and relaxing, like you're saying, you kind of get there. Eventually your luggage is going to show up after it goes through security, because that has to be done, but you can just sit on the balcony, enjoy the view, and sip away. I love it.
And your terrace not only has a dining table, but also has a sunbed. So great way to connect to the ocean. That's the whole idea, is we're trying to help you find that ocean state of mind. So giving you all the conveniences and really making you feel comfortable. We also welcome families on board, which is not typical with luxury travel. So we will actually have 78 connecting suites as an option, as well as our larger suites will accommodate that third and fourth guest. Right. We won't have necessarily arcades and slides, but we will have dedicated spaces, and we will have a Young Explorer program for our children and teens as well. So we do know these luxury travelers are traveling with their children. Perhaps ocean travel wasn't their choice prior to now. So that's another point of difference that Explora offers. So when we look at leisure, there's plenty of leisurely things to do on board. So in front of you, you see 3 different pools. So they are all heated outdoor pools, one specifically for adults, because we do have children. So we want to make sure we have adult spaces.
Right.
You will also find multiple indoor and outdoor whirlpools, and you will find 64 cabanas spread out throughout all the different pools. They are free of charge. It's first come, first serve. Again, it's just to create that luxurious environment for you to enjoy your day at sea. And then we have one that is indoor. So we are traveling all the way around the world. So we need to protect against the elements, as we will be in colder areas, or it could simply just be raining that day. So what a great place, right? It's a great place to retreat back to. You'll also find some sweet treats in here. So we'll have a gelateria for some gelato, if you're interested in that, or a creperie for our French inspired, so some crepes. So definitely a multi-purpose venue here as well. We also offer a spa facility that's over 7,500 square feet, because we know part of unwinding and relaxing, a spa definitely fits into that. So inclusive with your journey is our spa facility. So it is actually managed by us at Explora. Again, very different from cruise lines. Typically, there's a third party in there. So we won't be selling you products. We won't be giving you a coupon to return the following day or anything like that. The idea behind this is to come and go as you need. And to be really relaxed and uninterrupted, so you can really unwind. So our wellness program offers, in our wellness area, offers elements of heat, cold, water, and relaxation features. Again, very inclusive of your journey. So this includes a hydrotherapy pool, a steam room, an experience shower, a Finnish sauna, a salt cave, which I love. When have you ever seen a salt cave on board a ship? A steam shower, ice fall, and then beautiful heated marble loungers. So throughout operating hours, guests can come and go as they wish. Where there will be an elevated experience fee is if you're booking a spa treatment. So if you're looking to book a massage or a facial, that would obviously come with a fee. Otherwise, all the areas I just described are inclusive of your journey.
That's amazing. A lot of times those are an extra charge over and above. So that's wonderful that you get to go and experience that.
And that's the whole idea behind Explora. We want to give you that journey that you can't get anywhere else. So you're going to get this with us, right? So we also know fitness is very important when you're on board. You know, it's not the 80s where everyone avoided the gym. Now it's part of your everyday life. So we want to make sure that we're offering the right space for that. So
my husband often jokes about the gym. He's like, well, the longer I spend in the gym, the longer I can spend eating. So he's like, it's a good trade, right? So he's like, I don't feel as guilty taking that second dessert if I already, you know, did my workout for the day. So.
Well, and especially because we dessert at breakfast, dessert at lunch, dessert at dinner. Like we're very indulgent when we're away. So definitely providing all the right experiences. So state-of-the-art fitness equipment. To the right, you see our studio. So you'll have reformers Pilates in here. You'll have yoga and instructors. You'll also have open air fitness, which is not demonstrated here, but there will be cycling, there will be rowing machines, as well as resistance bands, all facing the ocean on our top deck. So again, making that very inclusive of your journey. So I know Amy on previous spoke about our culinary program. So, you know, we will offer a collection of 18 distinct food and beverage venues on board Explora One. So we really want to give our guests the luxury of choice that they would enjoy at a luxury resort. So what you see in front of you is our 6 restaurants. So, you know, beginning with our steakhouse, over to our Pan-Asian, we have our Mediterranean inspired, down to our international and French inspired menu. In the center bottom square is sort of our all-day dining concept. So this is where we'll have 18 live cooking stations. And through this, you will simply, you know, circulate around, choose what you'd like, and then it's tableside service. So you're not walking around with a tray or anything like that. You still get all the service from our intuitive hosts, but something that you'll definitely venture through multiple times.
Wonderful.
And in the bottom corner, you'll see there is our anthology restaurant. It's a very unique concept. There is an elevated experience fee. And the reason being, and I'm sure everyone will agree when I explain this, is what we will do is as we journey through different areas of the world, because we do not stay in one port, we continue along our journey. So every 4 to 5 months, we'll be in a different area of the world. In those 4 or 5 months, we will invite a celebrated chef on board. And by celebrated, I mean a Michelin star chef. They will actually curate a menu of 6 to 8 courses. And each course will be paired with a different wine. And there's €100 experience fee for this. So not a very high experience fee, but definitely a high demand. So our first chef, which we have yet to announce, their restaurant currently where they are situated is in Europe, in the Mediterranean. And there's a 5-month waiting list to get into that restaurant. So these
Wow.
are definitely, so for any foodies that happen to be listening and those that really like the culinary portion of travel, that is definitely an experience for you.
Yeah.
The two other options that you have that are not depicted here are we have our chef's kitchen, so the culinary center, so the ability to cook with the chef and watch the ingredients being chosen and all of that, as well as our in-suite dining. So all available in-suite, very important, hot and cold menu can be set up directly on your terrace outdoors, which is where we suggest go get connected with the ocean or within your suite. But over to entertainment. So this is where I wanted to spend a little bit of extra time. This information was just recently released. I'm very excited because a lot of the evenings, so we know we're going to go to different ports of call. You'll be out exploring, you'll come on, you know, you're taken care of from a food perspective, but what can you expect from an entertainment perspective while on board Explora? So, you know, we want to reimagine entertainment, the right vibe for the right time, which I love. So this will continuously flow throughout the day and change depending on time of day and venue. And a lot of thought went behind this. And again, all of that research we gathered on what are people looking for when they're on board. So it is broken down into 4 different categories. So it begins with activities. So these are more surprising moments to enhance your journey. So getting to know, you know, the resident artists throughout the day. So this is a little bit more spontaneous, not necessarily a scheduled time.
Right.
You know, experiences. So creating those unforgettable moments with our talent team. So things that you'll talk about when you return back home. So creating those unique experiences. Then we have events. So this is a great way to interact with our hosts, our artists, our luminaries. It will be a planned part of the itinerary. So these will actually be scheduled moments that you can join us. And then perhaps my favorite are our rituals. So same time, same place, same ritual. So something predictable that will be on board and very unique to Explora. And I'll take you through a few of those examples to demonstrate.
Yeah.
Very
I love
cool.
the little sneak peek that we get. That's great.
Yes, you're getting a very, very early sneak peek at all this. I'm very excited to be unraveling all of this for you. So I'm going to give you, and these are just examples of, this is not everything. These are just some ideas behind, you know, so when we look at our activities, right? So very different activities, as you can see. So we are catering to a wide variety of tastes and interests, you know, from, you know, photography, you know, and learning how to take that sunset picture. You know, all of us take those sunset pictures. I just did myself. It looks terrible. I'm not good at it, so I could definitely use this. It never seems to work quite so right. But being able to be partnered up with a photographer to teach you how to do those ombre sunsets.
Because sometimes what you see in your mind doesn't quite translate. And they're like, oh, just take 2 steps to the left and you've got it. And you're like, oh my goodness, like you just need somebody to try to help you with that. But yeah.
Yeah, you got it. So, you know, something, you know, unique and different, something to be learned. You know, our melodic masterclass, you know, so being able to spend some time with our resident artists, right? They're very, very talented individuals, being able to understand their history, their story, you know, all of their different talents or how they got into songwriting. So being able to really get that personal touch in there. And then all the way over to the right, you see like the spirit of whiskey. So as you can see, very different activities, but what a great time to learn from our experienced and skilled mixologists, you know, and understanding the different whiskeys from around the world. And most importantly, learning how to make those signature drinks, right? So that you can take something home with you and try and replicate it when you get back home. So, you know, just some different examples of the activities that we offer. So as we move into experiences, again, so there's no start time or end time to these. These are different times that you will join and enjoy some different captivating experiences. My absolute favorite, not that you asked me, but this is my favorite, is an evening by candlelight.
Yes.
So this is if you've ever seen this before, so you'll be in a beautiful area where it'll be dimly lit by all candles surrounding the artist in the center, likely by piano. So you could be hearing, you know, whether it's classical music over to jazz music, it could be, you know, movies from movie soundtracks, it could be pop music, it could be your Ed Sheeran, for example, but really, really beautiful experience to have there. Over to Le Jazz, so having more of that Parisian jazz club feel to it, if that's something that you're interested in. Let the good times roll, that already speaks my language. But being able to, you know, again, a lot of our musical entertainment, being able to, you know, jiving to New Orleans jazz, or, you know, once we're in the Caribbean, having that Creole menu. So very, very unique, different opportunities here for entertainment. And then decadence is it's more free flowing. So the entertainment each evening will change throughout the evening. So this is where some of our artists will flow through different lounges. So you can kind of catch that immersive performance or that live music, moving from lounge to lounge through the evening, and they'll read the room and be able to create that for you. So again, just very intuitive and really capturing what our guests are looking for. All right, so moving on to events. So again, these are moments in time. So these will be part of your itinerary and things you definitely don't want to miss. But again, very different from one to the next, starting from our captain's log. So being able to walk the ship with whether it's our captain or some bridge officers, which is very, very interesting. And understanding the different methods of seafaring, like looking, from the past to the present and really understanding. It's a really great opportunity to understand all the different things that happen on board.
And a lot of captains have like 30, 40 years at sea. So it's amazing to hear the history and hear what they've seen and done and why they do things this way and that way. And oh, that'd be phenomenal. Wow.
Absolutely. Cool. Right. So again, moments that you're going to take back with you and like, I can't believe it. This is what I learned. This is what I saw. This is what I got to do. Right. Next. So again, very different. So ball mythos. So this is, at the stroke of midnight. So our guest can choose different handcrafted masks from local gods or goddesses, and then get that full immersive club vibe. So very different. Starting at midnight. Wow. So for those very Nighthawk looking for that really unique experience, again, very unique experience. Inferno I love. So again, for our Dance the Night Away guests, so whether it's music from Studio 54, Soul Train, 70s disco, so all the different decades, and just having that opportunity to really enjoy music from the decades in different venues there. And then again, extremely unique, Midnight Wayfinder. So someone that's looking for something a little bit quieter and a little bit more unique, so adding a cozy night under the stars where there'll be soft guitar music playing and learning how sailors used, relied on the sea and the wind and the sky to bring them home safely. Right. So just a very, I know it almost gives you chills, like what a great experience to be able to do that on the upper decks and learn something. So, there's a little bit of fun, a little bit of learning, and different unique events that we'll have on board with us.
Wow, that's cool.
And then rituals. So our rituals are definitely, like I said earlier, consistent events, same time, same place on board, and very tied into our ocean wellness program. So everything that you sort of see here all connects you to the ocean and bringing you that ocean state of mind and that calmness and really connecting. So from our ocean meditation, so offering daily guided meditation, and we'll be sure to draw in the destination that we're visiting and bringing some culture to these meditations and introducing something new and different. To more of a musical opportunity, so our midday melodies. So you'll find this in our lobby bar. So enjoying some acoustic music. Our sundial salutations. So for those, so you get your sunrise and your sunset, and a wellness ritual tied into that. Sunset aperitivo. This is where you will find me every single day. Again, not that you asked, but this is where I shine. So a great way to enjoy some drinks, as well as some appetizers, again, inspired to the location and the destination that we're visiting. So again, same time, same place, same ritual. What's changing is the culture associated to it, depending on where we're at. And then moonrise is very unique. So this will only happen every 28 days when there is a full moon, but we'll be sure to be celebrating this every 28 days. So creating, this whole idea of dancing under the stars to some live music, as well as enjoying some cocktails as you move through that as well. So again, very, very different rituals. So, entertainment comes in so many different forms. And if I say what's entertainment to you, you may say something completely different than I will. So maybe I'm more music based, maybe you're more educational based, maybe, or maybe you're a mix of both. What's important to know is that we literally have something for everyone throughout. So if you're, late night, early riser, we literally have something that covers off all of the needs. So to show you, I wanted to show you a couple of the venues, not every single one of them because there's 18 of them, but just to give you an idea visually and aesthetically, what is available to us here. So what you're seeing in front of you is our Explora Lounge. So this can be found on deck 11. So beautiful views, those 270-degree views of the ocean around you. So, this is where you'll find some light music during the day, and a piano bar at night. So again, changing right vibe, right time.
And it's just nice subdued colors and very relaxing. Beautiful.
And welcoming, calming, right? Our malt whiskey bar. So this is where, you'd have that whiskey class that I spoke about earlier. Again, you'll have a menu here, inspired by dark brown spirits. This is where some of those classes will go on. But just this is a great place. If you've had a long day out in port and exploring, great place to get a nightcap and just have that conversation. It'll always be a little bit quieter, lighter music playing in this specific area. There will also be an outdoor smoking area here. So we will have hand-rolled cigars here that guests can enjoy, but again, dedicated space for anybody interested in that. And then, we do have these beautiful pools all the way around on different decks. So this is on deck 5. So this is our stern pool and bar. So great, beach club vibe during the day. In the evening hours, there will be those strung up lights and we'll have some music playing out here. So again, really great way to stay connected to the ocean and having a different opportunity here. And that will actually be connected directly to the Stern Lounge. So this will be sort of our social hub. So you'll find different guest lecturers here and luminaries throughout the day here. And then you'll have different rituals suited to every taste that will happen throughout the day as well. And then here you'll see our Journeys Lounge. So our Journeys Lounge is our most spacious venue on board, and it will evolve through the day with enrichment activities that we will have. It'll transform in the evening. So the musical entertainment. So this is likely where you'll find that candlelit, so imagine that piano sitting right there. All the way around you will be that candlelight. We will also have cabaret style shows throughout. So again, everything that we do from an entertainment perspective will be situated around different musical talents from around the world. And we will also be sure to include a lot of that local talent as well on board. So making sure that we're really experiencing the destinations that we're visiting.
Yeah, which is super important. I mean, that's why you're there, right? So bring it back.
Exactly. So
absolutely, yeah.
It should continue on as you move through. And then I had to wrap that all back up into our lobby again, because this really is our central gathering social bar and lounge amongst, there will be high-end boutique shopping here. So what this will be, you'll have enrichment activities in the morning, a musical ritual at noon, entertainment activities and pre-dinner music, followed by live acoustic music in the evening. So again, it's an ever evolving, and that's how all of our venues will be. Depending on time of day, we'll continue to evolve what we are offering. But the key element here is we're offering something for everyone, and there's so many options. There's no boredom on board Explora. There is literally something for everyone to do. And we want to make it almost like a mini city. Sometimes you go out for dinner, with a friend or a partner, and some nights you feel like dancing, other nights you feel like that nightcap and you just want to go home. What's important is that we're providing all options depending on how you're feeling that specific evening. So really, really wrapping Explora up to this, again, unique and different experience that I don't think anyone else is doing out there. That
I
is
agree.
really, right? So
it is very unique. Yeah. And I mean, as you know, I meet with a different cruise line every week, and I haven't heard of, all these different types of venues and different spots, depending on where you want to be and what you feel like doing. It's really cool. Yeah.
Exactly. And, and if I take it back to how we began this, it was this whole design with guest centricity, right? So we did our research, we listened, we continue to listen. So there's plenty of advisors as well as clients that are telling us, oh, have you thought of this? And how about that? Have you ever, and what's really important is we're listening, because there's no reason to be set in your way. The goal here is to provide the journey that our guests are looking for. So we welcome all feedback, because we really want to continue to evolve, because we don't only have Explora 1, but we have Explora 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 coming out. So by 2028, we'll have 6 different ships, right?
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
Isn't it? So I think, we are definitely on to something. There is definitely a desire out there. We absolutely adore and love this brand and are happy to come out with it. And we know that everyone wants to travel a little slower, a little deeper, with a sense of purpose. So, to really help understand the idea behind Explora Journeys is that we're a journey. Where we begin is not where we end.
Right.
The idea is you can string multiple journeys together and see different areas of the world, right? So, and again, perfectly timed for us to be doing this today, Kathleen. So today we actually released our Explora 2 itinerary. So now we have Explora 1 and Explora 2. So we have itineraries released out until 2025 for our guests.
That's amazing.
So the red line is Explora 1. So we'll begin sort of in Norway, move over to Greenland, Iceland. We'll come down the east coast of Canada, down to New York. So we'll do fall foliage a couple times. Before moving into the winter months, we'll do the Caribbean, which is really wonderful. Before, hitting South America just in time for Carnival in February. and then we will cross over the Panama Canal, head up the West Coast over to Hawaii, and then we'll spend a summer over in Alaska. So again, you know, beginning in one place, ending somewhere completely different. And then while we're doing our Alaska season for Explora 1, we will launch Explora 2. So she will begin in the Mediterranean in summer of 2024, and then do that Arabian Peninsula, India. She will make her way all the way down East Africa, ending up in South Africa, right? So, and by that time, then we'll release Explora 3 and we'll continue on. So these lines will get more and more throughout the world. So there truly is a journey for everyone that they're looking for, that we can definitely suit their needs and venture around the world and get all of that entertainment, all of those activities, and everything that we have to offer on board.
Oh, that's amazing. It's beautiful.
Just
And I
a
love
little
that you start and end in different spots, because that makes being able to do it back to back so much better. Exactly. Back to back, and you're like, well, you're going to do the same itinerary, but you know, or Eastern Caribbean, Western Caribbean,
Western Caribbean.
Eastern, and it's just
It's true.
Kind of boring, but this is definitely not boring. So I really like it.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And also a really important thing too, when you're journeying. So, you know, why not pair up that land vacation? So if you're beginning in one spot and ending up somewhere else, say you're beginning in Barcelona, for example, if you're on Explora 2, you can begin an land vacation beforehand, venture off. If you're entering in Athens, why not tie in a land vacation after the fact? So there's multiple journey with us, but pair us with other adventures that you may be part of, because we don't want to be a choose them over us. How about you choose and come with us? Right. You know, the idea behind this is really to provide those perfect journeys for that client that's looking for it. So and so, I mean, I weave this in and out, but I want to make sure that everyone listening understands what is inclusive of your journey, and the fact that we offer, you know, our perfect hosts, making sure that we have that intuitive service, providing all of those experiences and activities while you're on your stay with us. All of your distinct culinary experiences, minus the one that I discussed with the anthology. So again, an experience fee there, but lots of different options. And it's come and go as you please. We'll begin dinner at 6:30 and we will go as late as 10:30. So the idea behind this is come and go as you'd like. There's no set timing. If you had a late day in port and you need to have a late dinner, fantastic. We'll be there for you. So really important to note there.
Yeah, I think that is really good, because you know, you're out and you're enjoying where you're visiting and you want to explore it, but you're like, oh, I need to be back for 6:30 for dinner. And it's like, no, I don't like that. So yeah.
No, not at all. And what's also nice is because we don't have any main show or main theater production, we're not saying, all right, you got to skip dessert because you got to get to the show. The idea is we will begin, you know, entertainment from 8 until late, right? We will just continue to go until our guests are satisfied. We don't want to have set times to anything. Because again, we don't want anyone feeling like they're missing out, and that they can join in at any given point in time. Beautiful. All of our beverages are included. So you see there, so fine wines, premium spirits, all our specialty coffees and teas. You know, there's different venues I didn't explore on board, but our Crema Cafe, which is a beautiful place where you can get all your different lattes and espressos, as well as some sweet treats. So all of that is included, as well as your in-suite minibar. Access to the spa thermal area, which I reviewed, our well-being and our fitness programs on board. All of your gratuities are included. High-speed unlimited Wi-Fi. I always stop here because I need to explain this just a tiny bit more. So number one, you do not have to pay extra for extra devices. So there's no up anything. But in order to save your high-speed Wi-Fi, we need to actually walk the walk on that. So we will have routers all throughout the ship, but what we will also have is a specific router in each and every suite. So the idea behind that is we understand that no matter how much we try to shut down while on vacation, there are those that are still traveling and working and needing to check in back home and check in with their clients or what have you. So it is, and you know, there was a time where you really left your work behind. You don't anymore, and many people work on the go as well. So really making sure that we can provide that for our guests. So very important there. So that in-suite welcome bottle of champagne. So just to add a little bit to that, so if you're in our Ocean Terrace suite, it'll be a chilled bottle of Veuve Clicquot. If you're in our residences or our penthouses, forgive me, you have a bottle of Renard. And then it'll be Dom Perignon for our top residences. So again, not a terrible way to begin your vacation.
Not at all.
Right. And then shuttle services from port to city center. So there are ports that are going to be a little bit far from city center. So I believe it's within 80 kilometers of distance. We'll provide a free shuttle if that's necessary, if guests require that. So we are an all-inclusive journey. We definitely think we are providing something, and we know we're providing something unique and different, and definitely given to us from the feedback of our guests.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
with all that, that is Explora Journeys. And I thank you, Kathleen, for inviting me. I love, love, love doing these talks. And I love speaking about Explora. Hopefully, again, that radiated through this video, but very happy to see this product come out very, very soon.
I can't wait. Oh, I'm so looking forward to seeing the inaugural and just watching her sail away. Hopefully, either being on there or on a webcam. I watch a lot of ships on webcams, taking just going off and disembarking on their voyage, and you're like, oh, I wish I was there. But it's so much fun just to watch them, and it's, I mean, that's why I'm a travel agent, right? Because I love ships and I love watching them. But it's going to be exciting, and I'm so looking forward to it.
Me too.
And it is July, I believe, or August.
July 17th is our first voyage. Yeah,
2023.
our first journey.
Yay. And that'll be here before you know it. My goodness.
It sure will. It sure will.
And thank you so much for putting all that together. I know how much work it is. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope everybody has a great week, and we'll see y'all next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
I hope you enjoyed this week's cruise chat with Patricia from Explora. It was really neat to see the entertainment and to see how they're coming at it from a completely different approach. And I think that that's really cool. I really like how that they're doing that, and they have all different experiences that's going to be in different sections of the ship. And you saw the show, you know how it's going to work, and it just looks really cool and amazing. But the one thing I loved is seeing all the inclusions. I think it's phenomenal that they have a router in each room. Sometimes when I'm working on board, it's a little tricky to connect. As you have looked at some of my past episodes, one time I was at a seminar at sea and we saw a rocket launch. So excited. It was amazing. And I recorded the whole thing on the GoPro and also with another camera. So I made a quick little video with it and I went to upload it. And it took about 3 hours. I'm not even kidding. It was ridiculous. It took so long to upload. And I'm so happy that Explora is going to have faster internet and a router in every room. Some people don't want to work when they're away. Some people don't want to do that. My job is a travel agent, and I need to keep in contact with you guys and let you see some of the things. So for me, it's kind of a necessity. But for those of you who don't want to stay connected, you don't have to. Just because it's there does not mean you have to use it. So that's something sort of to keep in mind and just think about it. But it's nice for me that it's there, and I'm sure others who need to work when they're away kind of agree with that. I love the spa. I think the spa looked really great, and I love that everything was included in the spa, with the exception of course, if you're getting a massage or a manicure or a facial or anything like that. But I mean, I understand that, that's great. But to go to the thermal suites, that's included, and that's a huge value. That's incredible. Next week, I'm going to be meeting with Oceania. And we are going to just be discussing some of their trends, what they're seeing, some of their great itineraries. They sell out their world cruises like that. It is phenomenal, incredible to see. So we're just going to be discussing just some different things and having a chat. And make sure that you've subscribed to our channel so that you can see all this. So I hope everybody has a great week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.